Hello everybody, my name is Glenn Beckel and I am an independent distributor with a company called Nu Skin, and we are in the anti-aging business. Just to give you a quick little overview of who I am, just like I did on the first video, I am an independent distributor. So what I did was I was a massage therapist for 15 years before I joined into Nu Skin, and what I did was I basically traded time for money. I worked for myself and by myself, so I made my own hours. I got to pick and choose who I had for clients and all that kind of stuff, and it sounded like it was pretty independent. The problem was that I didn't have any leverage over my clients. The clients always had the leverage over me. When they said I needed a massage, I needed to make myself available for a massage, so I was always trading time for money on their terms. And I want to live life more on my terms. I'm not interested in living life based on somebody else's timetable. So that's why I do this business. And so what I want to talk to you today about is the difference between a linear and a leveraged business. A linear business is something, or a linear lifestyle is really something that most people live. That's probably 90–95% of the population. So let me show you this here. Okay, so this here is a linear lifestyle. Okay, so that's where you're trading time for money. Okay, so these people have a job, or just, as I call it, a just over broke. They can be in sales, so that would be real estate. It could be insurance, it could be any of those kind of things, right? Okay. The next one is executives. Okay, they can be an executive for a corporation or whatever, right? Okay. The next one is a small business. And that's where I fell under as a massage therapist. I had a small business. I was trading time for money. Okay. I didn't have enough employees, or I didn't have actually any employees to get myself from a small business to a big business. Okay? So, and the other category is franchises. Many people go out and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to buy a franchise, to buy a system to make their money, to make their living. Okay? So let's look at this and see what these people normally do. So these people trade time for money. So they work an average of 40 hours a week. Okay? They'll work 50 weeks a year. Okay? And that works out to 2,000 hours a year. Okay? That's pretty typical of the average person. Many people in this category, the small business category, they're trading 40 hours for 60, 70, up to 80 hours a week. And many franchise owners are doing the same thing. I've got a good friend of mine, he owns 7 franchises with one business. You can't imagine how much time it takes to run that franchise. Okay? So these people will work for about 45 years, from by the time they're 20 until 65 and they retire. So that works out to 90,000 hours in a lifetime. Okay? So these people working 90,000 hours in a lifetime, that's very, very little leverage for their lifestyle. Okay? These people are either dead broke, or still working at 65 years old. And this is what we call slave labor in modern times. Okay, so those people that you see working at the checkouts in the Wendy's or greeters or at Walmart and stuff like that, those are the people that have done this. They have most likely had a job, worked their 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, and got through life that way. Okay, so now let's look at things from a leveraged income. Okay, so this is pretty deep, because It starts out with you, okay? It's quite simple, and then what you do is you'll introduce 5 people on how to do this business and show them how to do the business. Those 5 people will show them, okay? So now you're up to 25. And then they will show their next 25, okay? So this is pretty interesting because you will definitely know those 5 people, okay? Because you will have been introducing them to the business, okay? You will most likely know these next 25 people, because they will be a very close connection, probably within the same community, say the city, okay? This is where it starts to spread out. Now when it gets up to 125, you could actually have somebody spreading out to somewhere in another country, another province, another city, something like that, okay? So then, when those people show the next 25 people, then you get up to 625, okay? And then these numbers start to get really interesting. Then you're getting up to 3,125 when those 625 show 5 people, okay? And then it gets up to over 15,000. 15,625, I think, to be exact. And when you add up all these numbers, it comes up to just around 20,000 people, okay? So, now, take those 20,000 people and say they work 4.5 hours a week in the business. Guess how many hours that is? 90,000 hours. Okay? So, you've got this person here that's put probably 5 to 6 years into the business, or 4 years, depending on how much effort they want to put into it. And they've got a leveraged business of 90,000 hours a week, as opposed to 90,000 hours in a lifetime. So that's a huge, huge difference, okay? So say these 20,000 people spent as little as $100 a month on your product, right? That works out to $2 million a month of revenue running through your business, okay? So say your commission was only 5%. At only 5%, that works out to over $100,000 a month, or at $100,000 a month if you want to be exact on the numbers. Now what these people have done is these people have both time and money on their side, because what's happening is these people are all been leveraged into creating that business for them. Okay, so let's look at this from one of the people that I really enjoy listening to and reading is Robert Kiyosaki. He's got his cash flow quadrant. Okay, he's got the E, the small business, the big business, and the investor. Okay, just like in the other chart, we've got right side, left side. Employees, small business, which is where a majority of the people live and work, and big business and investing. So what most people try and do is they try and turn into investors, right? They'll buy stocks, or they'll buy some extra real estate, something like that. But the problem is they're not doing it efficiently with enough leverage on money coming into them, okay? So Robert's definition of a business, a true business, is that you can leave it for 3 months, and when you return, it's making the same or more money, okay? So that's really important, because in a direct selling business or multi-level marketing business, once you build your business up, you can leave and come back and you're making the same or more money, okay? So one of the other things we always want to look at is where people have their money, or what people have money and time, okay? Because what I talked about there was time and money towards the end and the beginning, okay? So there's people with no time, no money, okay? Those people can be students, okay? A lot of times they're working so many hours at school that they've got no time or no money, okay? Then you've got no time, but they have money, okay? Those could be the small business person that's doing very successfully in the business, but he's putting 80 hours a week into his business, okay? So he's got no time, but he's got lots of money, okay? Then you might have people with money, with no money, but lots of time, okay? Those people can be retired people, that kind of thing. So they're living day to day, but they're not really doing anything with what they have. And then you've got the people with time and money. Those people that actually have a big business or a real true business, and they're leveraging everything they have. They go on vacations when they want, they buy a car when they want, they live in a neighborhood that they want. They don't have to, they're not restricted by the regular constraints that most people have out there. So there's my quick explanation as the difference between a linear and a leveraged lifestyle, or a linear and leveraged way of living. So I hope you enjoy that. Get back to me, let me know what you think, and I will see you again soon.